Up now, first day of the series. It was Pharma all the way. We had Piramal Enterprise up 7-8% today. Sun Pharma post earnings up 5%. Laurus Labs, another blockbuster set of earnings in today's session, saw action packed day for that one as well. So a whole host of pharma names on the radar, and I'll include that in get a closing comment from CK on that as well in a moment. But other than that, we had a pretty quiet day on the index. First day of the new series, just treading water for now, it seems like. Waiting to see perhaps where we're going to see leadership emerge from as we go forward in August. A couple of the financials were a little mixed. We'll pull up SBI for you, particularly post earnings, just to see how that wound up in today's session. BSC Healthcare hitting a 52-week high and really keeps coming back to that because that's really where so much of the action was concentrated on in today's session. But a couple of the losers as well. So IDFC First was down about 3-4%. And among the financials, really, there were a few others that were witnessing some amount of closing pressure. So Reliance also not contributing. Kotak, HDFC Bank, IDFC, some of the other names there that were lagging behind in trade today. Avan, what are some of the other names that you're spotting?
But it's been a plethora of numbers, Abha. So you had IOC that came out with their numbers, SBI reacting to an optimistic set. There was Dr. Reddy's, Sun Pharma that came out with its quarterly show. So that's what the street as well reacted to. And then, of course, Reliance Industries after the street really digested its numbers, and still waiting on Tata Motors as well as UPL. Those have been some of the key movers. Of course, Laurus Labs has had a terrific run in trade today. You've had Lakshmi Vilas Bank, something like Westlife Development, Torrent Pharma, Jubilant Food getting a sell recommendation from brokerages. So all of these stocks as well have been in focus. But within the broader universe, I just want to identify some of the names that have managed to stand out, because do remember you're seeing some amount of outperformance within the broader markets. Apart from Laurus, there's SL Propack, Torrent Pharma, Dixon, Ajanta Pharma, Piramal, Aurobindo and Cadila. So clearly pharma and that related space having a terrific run. While on the back foot is National Fertilizers, Chola Investment, the Future Group of stocks, Edelweiss Financial, Reliance Capital, as well as Inox and Praj Industries. Welcome next week. While it might not be as hectic on the earnings calendar, there's Cipla, M&M, Gujarat Gas, Sun Pharma Advance, Godrej Properties, Canara Bank, Lupin, Lemon Tree, Adani Enterprises, and Mangalam Cement, and among the lot that will be declaring their numbers. Dr. Narayan, let's get in your take. How have you read into the first day of the new series, the kind of price action, the fact that the broader markets have taken leadership?
Well, it was a holding type of action today, I think, for both the indices. So nothing major by way of activity if you were to look at the broader market, because almost the entire action of the day was lionized by the pharma pack, whether they were in the larger names or they were in the mid-cap area. I think they had a terrific outing today, with most of the stocks posting anything ranging from 5 to 15% kind of gain. So it has been, since pharma is not really widely represented in the index, or they don't carry so much of weightage, they have not been able to influence. Nevertheless, the two indices, Nifty, Bank Nifty, managed to eke out a very, very small gain by the end of the day. So it looks like intraday people might have shorted the markets in the indices and chosen to cover up towards the end. So the week also ends somewhat docile, with rejection of the higher end, but protection at the lower end. So I think it's been a bit of a neutral finish for the week for the Nifty. So that leaves us neither here nor there. But the main point is that the overall trend is not damaged at all. Therefore, we have to side with the ongoing trend, and therefore we continue with our bullish bias. At worst, we might want to mix up our choices for trades with a couple of shorts to offset all the longs that we may be carrying. So that is the only provision that one needs to make as of now. The small cap, mid cap area is doing rather well, so sentiment is upbeat, and therefore I don't think as we go away for the weekend there is anything to worry about so far.